We took a cruise on a ship owned by Britain's newest cruise line, Ambassador Cruise Line. Ambassador have a total of 2 ships in their fleet, known as Ambience and Ambition. We spent 5 nights on board Ambition, and in this video we plan to share with you exactly what we thought about the ship and what the brand had to offer. Ambition is a small ship by today's standards, when cruise ships seem to be getting bigger and bigger. She had 10 decks and accommodates 1,200 passengers on board each cruise. Let's make a start with the accommodation options on board. Ambition have inside, ocean view, balcony cabins, as well as suites, which include premium and deluxe suites. It is worth remembering that as an older ship, there are a limited number of balcony cabins which appear to sell quickly. We chose a junior suite on deck 10, which was comfortable, spacious, and came with a few extra amenities and treats. Our channel has a full cabin tour and review video. We will include a link to this on screen now and in the description below. One thing we did find a bonus for this ship is that there are actually also a number of cabins designed for solo passengers. There are 2 main dining restaurants on board Ambition, the Buckingham and the Holyrood. The Buckingham is open each morning for breakfast and at lunchtime with no reservations required. Breakfast and lunch were somewhat different than most other ship restaurants. At breakfast time you were assigned the table and hot and cold drinks were served at the table. You could also request poached eggs on order. The rest was all laid out buffet style. Lunchtime, the buffet section had a selection of salads, soups, breads and desserts, and the main course selection was given to and served by waiting staff. Guests are notified by reservation card in their cabin on embarkation day as to their assigned dining time and restaurant for every night of their cruise. We dined in the Buckingham during the first dinner seating, which was at 5:45 p.m. It is worth noting that most tables in this restaurant are for more than 2 guests, so if you're cruising as a couple, there is a strong likelihood you will be seated with other passengers. We were travelling with family and struck it lucky with a great table by the window and 2 very attentive waiters, a Cash and a Farry. The menu options were impressive, and considering my mum and aunt are picky eaters, they never found it hard to pick something from the menu. The one thing we did feel was missing from the menu was that the other cruise lines would call the always available section, which usually has soup, salad and a simple main course like pan-fried chicken breast. What did impress us about the menu was the amount of special effort that went into catering for those on a special diet. Will's mum is celiac, and on the first evening of our cruise her choices were slightly limited, but she was still able to enjoy 3 courses. During this meal she was issued the next day's lunch and dinner menu and was asked to circle all the dishes she would like to eat the next day. Kitchen staff then made slight changes to ingredients to ensure her meal choice was gluten-free. When we went on the Exploring Ambition tour, we visited the galley and saw that there was a specific area and crew that were designated to cooking for special diets. It was explained that these crew only were allowed in this area of the kitchen, which really showed us how seriously they take catering for different diets and the passengers on board. The Borough Market is the onboard buffet restaurant, which is open serving breakfast, lunch, afternoon tea and dinner in the evening. They serve a great mix of British classics like pie, mash or a roast dinner, as well as signature dishes from around the world. We have to be honest though that on our short cruise we only got to experience the Borough Market for lunch and afternoon tea, but it certainly did not disappoint. The back of the venue leads out to the aft of the ship, where there are tables positioned where you can enjoy a drink or your food from the venue if you fancy dining al fresco. The al fresco grill is located on the main pool deck and serves up some tasty snacks during the daytime. When we visited here for lunch, we had some lovely pizza, chicken wraps and potato wedges. There are 3 options on board, which all incur a surcharge for speciality dining. Saffron is the Asian speciality option on Ambition, which is set in an intimate restaurant setting. Here you can expect to experience flavours from India and Goa, and on longer cruises include dishes from Thailand and Far East Asia. We visited during the formal night on our cruise and felt it was great value for money. More of our experience of Saffron can be seen in our Day 4 vlog. Lupino's, which was named after former Ambassador staff member Michel Lupino, who sadly passed away in 2022, is a Mediterranean-style restaurant that has an al fresco feel and serves up Mediterranean salads and many more dishes to that effect. The chef's table is the ultimate on-board culinary experience with multi-course a la carte dining and wine pairings. This is located in the Buckingham restaurant. We did check out the 9-course menu, however, as we were on a short cruise we decided against it, though maybe next time. Our short cruise saw us visiting 3 ports and having 1 day at sea. On most of our cruises, we find that the majority of activity listings are things that give the cruise line opportunities to make a sales pitch. For example, if you go to the spa for a free skin analysis, then you'll soon find yourself facing the hard sell from the spa staff as they recommend a whole range of products that could soon rack up a bill of over £100. We had read comments from others that this line didn't offer a lot of activities during the day and people found themselves bored on board. We did not find this to be the case. You'll find on some cruises that there's 2 embarkation-disembarkation ports. This means on these days there is a different and more quiet feel to the ship during the day as guests leave and staff prepare for new guests arriving. And as such, on these days there are limited daytime activities, and there's none actually between about 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. approximately. On the other days of the cruise though, we find it to be quite a significant amount of activities during the day, ranging from deck games, trivia, movies, short plays, demonstrations of cocktail making, vegetable carving, bingo even. And we attended actually a lecture by the charity Orca that was listed as Whales in Our Waters, which was really interesting. In the evenings there is a show of some description in the Palladium Theatre. This gorgeous theatre is host to musical theatre shows and plays by the entertainment staff on board, as well as lectures and sets by visiting acts. The Cavern Bar is the prime location for the likes of game shows, karaoke, and also the resident party band. Throughout the other lounges in the ship, such as the Purple Turtle, the Angel Bar, the Clifton Lounge, you'll also find musicians playing regular sets there throughout the evening. When we cruise, at least one of us, if not both of us, would usually purchase an internet package so we can remain in touch with home and share our experiences whilst away on our Facebook and Instagram accounts. If you're looking for those, simply search Travel with Johnny and Will. On this cruise, being a sweet guest, we had the basic internet package included. However, after the first day, we soon realised that this was by no means sufficient. So after a quick visit to reception, we were able to upgrade our internet package by paying an additional £3 per day for the remainder of our cruise. Later that evening, our cabin steward left in a little note in our cabin with the new access codes on it. Well, what can we say about the service? We have definitely found that the crew on board is one of the friendliest at sea. It appears that the crew are happy being at their work through observing them with passengers and their colleagues. We found our waiting staff real gems. They just didn't give us menus, take orders and serve meals, but really took the time and interest to engage with each of us at the table. Our cabin stewards worked really hard and always checked in with us each day to make sure we had everything that we needed. Each member of the team we came across really worked hard. On our first night we went to the Cavern and it was jam-packed with people, and luckily we got a seat at the bar. Drink orders were coming in thick and fast from waiting staff, and we could not believe how efficient the bar staff were at getting the drink pulled and out. I actually was amazed by the bar manager who was grabbing ticket after ticket, calling out the drink orders so quickly, and his bar team all seemed to know who was getting what drink. We weren't sure what the system was, but it was clearly working and no one seemed to have a long wait to get their drinks. So let's talk about value for money and really if Ambassador was for us. We often get asked to mention the price of our cruises in videos, which is something we rarely do as we recognise that prices often vary depending on when and how you book your cruises. Determining if a product or service is value for money is also a difficult one, as this is purely objective depending on what is important to you as an individual. We paid around £230 per night for this short cruise, which was in a junior suite and included our tips, basic internet and drinks package. To provide a comparison, the same cruise in an ocean view cabin was around £115 per night without tips or internet or drinks. For us, we can honestly say we had a fantastic cruise with Ambassador, and the team and ambition we felt product was definitely worth the price that we paid. Our cruise left us wanting more of Ambassador, and we're pleasantly impressed that the ship offered us everything we look for in a cruise despite her age, and that she definitely was not simply lacking ambition. We cannot wait to check out more of the itineraries for Ambassador Cruise Lines. In fact, we've just recently got our new brochure, so we're checking out them now. We hope you've enjoyed our video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you've any questions, pop them in the comments section below. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. It's completely free and really helps our channel. And finally, don't forget to hit the bell icon to be alerted to the next time we post a new video. Thanks for watching.